Okay, let's start our class today. We normally start with standing postures and then go down to the mat. If you feel kind of lightheaded or dizzy or even not fully awake, it might cause some sort of instability. So it's best to get up at least about half hour or so early, or at least even an hour. The more active you are before you do yoga, the better, because your body would have warmed up, your mind would have warmed up, and you'll enjoy it more actually. You only have to experience that instead of coming in groggily into a yoga session. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into prayer position or Anjali Mudra. Keep your feet together if you can, otherwise hip width apart. So when you hold the Anjali Mudra, the back of your thumb is sitting against the sternum. Okay, that is your connection actually. So when you breathe, you feel that what's happening inside, the difference that the breath makes. You got to feel that. That's your starting point to know what's happening inside. And now that the mind is kind of stable, let's go ahead and warm up. You want to work your fingers in and out a few times. Whenever you do yoga, try to select a bright spot. The effect that the sun has in the early morning is just phenomenal actually. Kind of livens up your spirit. Now go ahead and rotate your hands at the wrists. In the other direction as well. Stretch your arms and work your hands, moving at the elbows. When you open, you always inhale. When you close, you exhale. That's the principle in breathing. So inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close, release. And now let's open the arms wide as we inhale, close as you exhale in front. Try this a few times. And again, inhale up, exhale down, open up, exhale down. Few more times. Okay, rotate your shoulders a few times in one direction and in the other direction. Okay, look over your right shoulder and your left shoulder. When you do this, make sure you are breathing. So inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. Okay, come back to neutral. Okay, so we have kind of warmed up the upper part of the body. The lower part will get warmed up as we practice. Let's go ahead and try the standing mountain. Bring your fingers together, point the index fingers at the ceiling, stretching into the fingertips. Slow and controlled breathing, okay? Inhale. As you inhale, feel the energy rising. When I say energy rising, it means you want to follow the energy, how it moves. For example, since you're doing the mountain and the fingertips at the very top, feel the energy rising from the base of your spine, traversing the body, length of the body, and reaching the fingertips. And exhale, you want to just let go. So you have to feel that. You have to feel the energy energizing you throughout. Okay, every second, every moment. That's what makes it different from a workout at the gym. You're observing very minute details here. And slowly release. So we try to hold each posture for about 8 to 10 breaths. And if each inhalation, exhalation takes you about 3 to 6 seconds, multiplied by 8 times, so you're spending about 30 to 50 seconds in each posture. You can always hold it more if you enjoy any specific posture. Let's go ahead and do the half moon. So go ahead and raise your right arm and bend to the left. You're bending only from the hip up. Hips and up, okay? So there is no lateral pressure on the knees on the side. So this opens up the top of your chest on the side. So any open space when you do yoga, any stretch, you have to work it with your breathing. So what I mean is, when you inhale, feel the energy rushing or going into that open space, loosening up things, energizing. So different postures open up different parts of the body, and we infuse energy into those parts. So by the end of the session, your whole body feels energized. And slowly come back to neutral, release the arm. Now if you can't hold these arms up, you can always go back, okay? You can always let go of that posture, come back again, okay? Don't have to hold for as long as I do or somebody else does. See what works for you. This time we are raising our left arm and bending to the right. So when you bend to the right, what you want to do, make sure your hips are right above the feet. So again, that's another way of checking that you're not putting, pressure from the sides or laterally. And when you do this half moon, keep your head up. Don't let it fall down. And come back to neutral, okay? Now let's work the shoulders, okay? So shoulder rotation, take your left hand, place it on the back as high as possible. Right hand from above reaching down, interlock the fingers if you can, otherwise just keep the hands moving towards each other. This right elbow should be pointing up at the ceiling. You should be looking ahead, so your head should not be like dangling down. You got to keep it up. This opens the top of your lungs, chest. So when you breathe, there's some additional space you need to cover. That is the top of your lungs. Make sure they are engaged as you inhale. Slow, easy breathing, filling the top of your lungs. So as I was mentioning earlier, your yoga session in the morning, try to get up about an hour early actually. So do some activity, that way your mind loosens up, your body loosens up. That's when you enjoy the yoga session more. Otherwise it feels like, I'm just kind of wading through, I'm trying to get to the other side or the end of the class while your mind kind of protests. So get up a little early. And slowly release. Okay, release the arms. Go ahead and shake the arms and try the same shoulder rotation now on the other side. So right arm goes up, right hand goes up on the back. Left hand from above reaches down. Interlock the fingers if you can. Otherwise use a piece of cloth and grip them, keeping the hands moving towards each other. Left elbow pointing up at the ceiling. Look ahead. Nice and easy breathing. So with every breath, you got to observe every breath. You don't want to let your mind wander. So that is the challenge. Staying present. Every moment you got to observe what is happening, so that you're not doing anything mechanically. And slowly release. Go ahead and shake your arms. So when your mind is present, you are learning more. You don't skip over things. Okay, so this is a good way to warm up. Now you can feel that energy in the top of your trunk. And now what we'll do, go ahead and get into a stance. Point your left foot to the side, right inside. Okay, this stance is about 4 feet or so. The feet are apart. Okay, keep your chest pointing to the front and arms up parallel to the mat, and look over the left shoulder. This arm at the back tends to droop down, so make sure you hold it up. Legs relaxed. Breathe. Feel the energy again. Now you want to get into the triangle. So reaching down on the left side, take your time. Again, if your mind is fully not alert, it will be hard to balance. So take your time. Slowly easing into the posture. You can look down if it helps you. Otherwise, look to the side or at the ceiling. And come back up. Okay, we'll do a few more standing postures later on. But first let's do the same 2 postures on the other side. So right foot to the side, left inside, chest broad open facing the front, arms parallel to the mat, look over the right shoulder. Now reach down, okay? Reach down for the triangle, taking your time. Slowly come back up. Okay, again shake your arms, shake your legs. We did two, what do you say, variations of the hero, let us call it that. Okay, now let's try a couple more. Okay, so go back into your stance, point the left foot to the side, right inside. Now the triangle, we are doing the reverse triangle. Okay, so instead of the left hand down, you put the right hand down. Right hand down on the left side, and then take the left hand up. So it's a reverse triangle. Whatever you can. Okay, so let's go and give it a try. And release. Come back up. Point the right foot to the side, left inside. So this time left hand on the mat on the right side and right hand or arm up into the reverse triangle. Okay, and now let's come back up. Let your breathing catch up. Another variation of the hero. Okay, so go back into your stance, point the left foot to the side, right inside. This time, turn your hips square with the legs. Okay, and then front leg, bend it, try to get the thigh as horizontal as you can, raise your arms up, hold and breathe. And release. Okay, now let's turn it other side, right foot to the side, left inside, hips square with the legs, front leg you want to bend it at the knee and arms up into hero. So hero is basically Virabhadrasana. It's the Devi actually who is celebrating victory by after killing the demon. She is standing on top of the demon celebrating her victory, and you just got to imagine that. Okay, it's the demon, it's a bad person, very powerful, and this goddess is able to conquer him. And she is celebrating, so it requires a lot of strength. It's the same strength that you have. As we being part of one, we have the same strength within. We just have to summon it whenever we need it. And the hero posture is a great way to summon that energy. Okay, so let's release and come back to standing, shake your legs. Again, you can feel that energy now. You have to enjoy that every time. Take a break, feel what's happening. Okay, so for the last posture, you want to get a chair. chair or use a wall for support, okay, whatever works. And then we're going to form a T with our body, standing on one leg. So I'm standing on my right and forming a T with the rest of the body. Hold, shift most of the weight onto the leg you're standing, hold and breathe. And release. Shake that leg on which you are standing. Try the same thing on the other leg. So standing on the left and go ahead and form the T. And release. So those were quite some standing postures. A few more. Try the tree or vrikshasana. You are going to stand on your right leg and fold the left into the right. You can place that left leg anywhere above the knee or below the knee or even on the ground if it helps you balance, or you can use a wall or chair to keep up the balance. And release. Okay, shake your leg. Let's try the tree on the left leg, standing on the left, folding right into the left. And release. Okay, shake the leg. So we're kind of doing it a little faster or not holding the postures too long, okay? I'm holding it for 8 breaths, like I said, 30 to 40 seconds. But you want to hold it longer actually. Now let's try the standing chair. So when you do the standing chair, if you look down, kneecaps should be behind the toes and the back as straight as possible, as lengthened as possible. It need not be straight up, okay? It can be lengthened but at an angle, that is fine. Arms parallel to the mat, hold and breathe. Relax your legs. And release. Shake your leg. Now let's warm up for the Surya Namaskar. Do the back bend, take your hands to the back and up, hold and breathe. Now slowly hinge at the hips and bend forward. So let your trunk hang in there. You can hold your hands with the other hand and let the weight of the trunk pull on your lower back. Now come back up to standing. So for the Surya Namaskar. So stand up about 3/4 of the mat in front. start with hands in prayer position. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, left leg goes back, lunge, and downward dog, and 8-point stretch on the mat. 2 feet, 2 knees, hands, chest and the chin. Inhale, upward dog, downward dog, right foot ahead lunge, and standing forward bend. Exhale. Inhale, back bend, back to prayer position. One more time. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. Right foot goes to the back, lunge, downward dog, and 8-point stretch. Inhale, upward dog, downward dog, left foot comes ahead, lunge, standing forward bend. Exhale. Inhale, back bend, back to prayer position. And release. Okay, so now let's get down to the mat. So we did a lot more standing postures today. Typically we take half the time for the standing postures, but this is good. You got to do this daily, if not once in a while. So think of this sitting posture on the mat. The ultimate goal is to do that forward bend, okay? So you got to warm up different parts of the body for this. First, let's go ahead and take the hands to the back, hold the right wrist and bend towards the left knee, keeping that spine lengthened, head down, hold and breathe. Actually bring the hands to front, to the side. This helps you lengthen your back more, hold and breathe. And now hands to the right inside and again head down, spine lengthened, hold and breathe. And now to the front, hold and breathe. And back to neutral, Sukhasana. Now let's go ahead and bring both the feet together in front. Hold the toes, pull them up or push the knees down. This helps you sit up straight. Slow, easy breathing. Enjoy the breathing. Inhale, knees up. exhale down, warming up your thigh joints. Okay, release. Now what you want to do is try the half lotus or the full lotus. Half lotus, you can place the right foot on the left thigh, that's it. But you got to sit up straight. Don't collapse your lungs. Sit up straight. Now if you can, other foot on the other thigh. Again, you don't have to do it. You want to do this, I do this because you get that sense of stability when you want to focus, you want to garner your strength. This is a great posture actually, sitting up straight in a very stable position and let the mind consolidate. Now let's practice the bandha, Uddayana bandha. Okay, so you want to lean forward, hands on the legs, and expel the air quickly, create the vacuum and suck and hold the diaphragm up against the spine. All the while maintaining the back vacuum inside. Let go whenever you need to, okay? Let's try that. And release. Again, don't rush into doing as many postures as you can. That's not the goal actually. You want to enjoy every posture, whatever you do. Sukha Sthiti Asana, that's what B.K. Iyengar was saying. Every asana can be a Sukha Sthiti. It's just you are finding which asana where you can find your Sukha Sthiti. Okay, it could be just this Padmasana. Let's practice Jalandhara Bandha. Jalandhara Bandha, you hold your breath, push the chin into the base of the neck and observe what is happening in the throat space. Okay, let's try that. And release. So holding the breath as long as you can during Jalandhara Bandha. 40 seconds is typically what I can do, and if I want to stretch it I can do a little bit more. If you can do a minute, that is great actually. But you don't have to. Again, Sukha Sthiti Asanam, right? You want to find your Sukha Sthiti in any posture, in any kriya. Now let's go ahead and try the twist. Okay, for the twist again, sit with easy posture is fine. And right hand on the outside of the left knee and look over the left shoulder, hand at the back, helping propping up the back. Slow, easy breathing, working every vertebrae. From the base of the spine to the top of the spine, towards the neck. So that breathing should create that movement along the spine. and come back to neutral. And left hand on the outside of the right knee. Look over the right shoulder towards the back. Hold and breathe. And come back, okay, to neutral. Now let's go ahead and try the forward bend, but before the forward bend, go ahead and try the squat. So keep your feet about hip width apart and slowly let the heel settle down and hands in prayer position. Lock your elbows into the nooks of your knees. Pushing the knees out helps you open up the hips. Hold and breathe. And then place the hands in the front, walk the fingers away, head down, lengthening your back, hold and breathe. Try not to tip forward, meaning try to keep your heels planted on the ground, hold and breathe. And back. Okay, so now we have kind of worked the hips, open them up. So this helps you do the side stretch, side bend. So you want to keep the legs out to the sides and slowly on the left side for the side bend, Janu Sirsasana. Take your time, okay? With each exhalation, you let go of your trunk and finally get into that Sukha Sthiti, okay? Whichever it is, wherever it is. And come back. So it takes me about 8 breaths to settle, find that final spot, and I hold it for another 8 breaths. So let's try this on the right side. And release, okay? So that was a good stretch. Let's go ahead and stretch the legs to the front. Place the hands at the back, fingers pointing away. And then pushing the hands into the mat, lift the hips off the mat into the reverse plank, hold and breathe. Use or engage the top of your lungs as you breathe. Now if you can hold it just for a breath or two, that is fine. That's how you start. And slowly build the strength in your arms and shoulders to hold the posture. But if you don't try, of course you'll never get there. Okay, now let's release. Let's go ahead and rest on the mat. Push the right foot out on the mat, right leg out, and pull the left knee into your chest. Hold and breathe. Inhale, hold your breath, come up, expel. Do this a few times. Inhale, going down, expel, coming up. And release. Now left leg out and pull the right knee into your chest. Hold and breathe. Inhale, come up, expel the air. Try it a few times. And release. Bring both feet on the mat, legs bent at the knees, drop each knee to its side. Hold and breathe. Let go of your lower back. You can use your hands to press the legs down. Hold and breathe. Release, bring both the knees up and drop both the knees to the right side. Okay? Make sure one hip is above the other. Left arm to the side, look over the left shoulder, hold and breathe. And come back to neutral. This time dropping both the knees to the left side and right arm to the side, look over the right shoulder. And back to neutral. So you get a great lateral compression or stretch, and that's exactly what you want to do actually. Those are the sides which are neglected often, okay? Now into bridge. So place your arms on the mat, palms down. Inhale, raising the hips up. And exhale, down. Few more times warming up. Take your time slowly, don't rush through this. And then next time you raise the hips, hold and breathe. Make sure both your legs are parallel to each other. So your back, when it goes up, it kind of works itself towards the neck. So most of the neck is on the mat. Rest of the back is above the mat. So you're not really using the strength in your back to keep the hips up, okay? Now that takes some strength in the legs, and it takes again some time for the legs to gain that strength. Finally, when you accomplish it, your back is relaxed actually. Your abs are relaxed. Why do we relax? Because when you have the body part relaxed, the circulation, can do its job, its intended objective, whatever it was, to nourish it. So that's why you got to relax each and every part of the body. You go to the gym and lift the weights, it kind of compresses and rushes or pushes the blood away. That's not what we want to do in yoga. Okay? So that was the bridge. Now let's try half Sarvangasana. Okay, Sarvangasana, I think you probably know, shoulder stand. You can do it against the wall. You're going to get your trunk at inversion. Okay, so that way it helps the heart. So you can do it with different variations. Just work against the wall. You can just raise the legs. This is the start. And this is all you can do, that is fine. But if you can, go ahead and get the trunk about 45 degrees, okay? So this is the half shoulder stand. And if you can, whoever can, you want to get the trunk vertical. So try what you can do, okay? That's the whole idea here, not what I can do, because you can easily injure yourself. At the same time, I don't want people who can not to, push themselves into keeping up their fitness. So this is Sarvangasana. Those of you can do Halasana can go from here. First scissor movement with your legs and both legs down. Come back up, warming up the middle or the hips, and finally resting the legs at the back. And slowly release. When you release, controlled manner, one vertebrae at a time. And let go of the legs. Just take a quick break. Let the breathing catch up. So today's class I wanted to go through about 90% of all the asanas I do. So it gives you an idea what all you can do. So you're probably taking a little bit extra time today. So go ahead and get up, and now we're going to do the side plank. So sit on the left side, raising the hips up and raising your right hand up, looking at the ceiling. Now if you can't do this, use that left knee to help you support or balance. Okay, so see what you can do. Now try to balance with one leg. That's the next step, okay? So you're going to use the top leg to support, and the bottom leg comes up, dangling, and release, okay? Now let's try the same thing on the other side. So this is Vasishthasana, sitting on the right side first, and supporting, straightening the legs. Again, trying to balance on one leg. And release, okay? Let's go and get into diamond posture. Keep your knees slightly apart and bend forward into child posture, head down, forehead on the mat. Come back up. For the pigeon now, sit on the right side. Left leg extended to the back. Hold and breathe. Sitting up. Feeling that stretch at the top of the legs. Top of the left leg this time. And bend forward. Come back up. Switching sides, switching the legs, sitting on the left leg folded and then right leg to the back. Again, sit up as straight as you can. Feeling the stretch this time at the top of the right leg. And now again, bend forward, resting the forehead on the mat, breathe a couple of times or more, and come back up. Get into table, inhale. As you inhale, kind of sweeping the floor, coming into cow, and then exhaling into the cat. Try this a few times. Inhale all the way low down, coming back up and into the cat. Exhale. And into table, hands below shoulders, knees below hips, left leg up parallel to the mat, right arm extended or opposite arm extended, look down, hold and breathe. Release. This time right leg up parallel to the mat, left arm extended, look down, hold and breathe. Release, okay? Just for a moment, sit in diamond posture. Now into the plank. Hands on the mat, raise the hips, incline, body in an incline, hold and breathe. From here into downward dog. Try to rest the heels on the mat if you can. So the closer your feet are to the hands, then the easier it is. Okay, let's hold and breathe, pushing the tailbone up into the ceiling. And slowly ease yourself onto the mat, on the trunk. Arms folded, fingertips in line with the crown of the head. Inhale, half cobra. Exhale down. Couple more times. Next time, inhale, hold the pose or the posture. Continue to breathe. Now push the hands into the mat, into cobra. Try to keep the elbows closed in. Shoulders down. Hold and breathe. And release. Rest the chin on the mat, hands to the back, palms up. First right leg up as you inhale, down as you exhale. Couple more times. And then hold the leg up, continue to breathe. Release. Okay, now left leg up as you inhale, down as you exhale. Hold the leg up, continue to breathe. And release. Okay, finally, fold the leg into the back. See if you can hold the ankles. As you inhale, raise the trunk up to whatever extent you can. Hold and breathe. And for those of you who are adept, you can actually raise the legs as well into the classic Dhanurasana. Again, you don't have to do this. See what you can do. And release. And push yourself up, bringing yourself up into Sukhasana. Typically we end the class with Shavasana. Instead we will practice some meditation. First of all, let the breathing settle down. And as it does, bring your attention mildly scanning the center of your forehead between the two eyebrows. You can rest the back of your hands on the knees, form a loop with your index and thumb fingers resting. The rest of them you want to stretch them out. So kind of opening up the palms, okay? So as you are meditating, the energy that is being sent to you You are in a receptor mode. You are receiving the energy. You are opening up. By opening up the palm, you are signaling that you are open to receiving the energy. Again, bring the attention to the Ajna chakra. You can chant any prayers or slokas mentally. So that ends the class today. So we did go through about 90% of all the postures I do. I do Shirsasana and a few others which are slightly more challenging. But I don't do all of this every day, okay? So my goal is not really to, I don't spend the time to practice all the postures every day, but at least I practice for half hour whatever postures I find fit, at least 30 to 45 minutes every day. Okay, and you got to spend that time to keep up your health. If you think I can do this once a week, that's not going to cut it. The body is going to take over time. So see what all you can. Just keep a mat handy in your family room where you all sit, and that reminds you, it's an invitation actually. The mat is always inviting you to go do some stretching. It's okay to let it be open and let it stay there, but let it keep reminding you that you need to get to that mat. Otherwise it will all go away somewhere and life takes over actually. The busy life takes over, which is of no use really when it comes to keeping up your health. So remind yourself, I want to commit myself to keeping up my health. So with that, have a great day and keep up your practice. Come back again on next time. All right? See you.